Oh, hey, how you doing? It's Josh from Ride On, and today we're here in the collab and we're trying to answer the question, why does my bike rattle? And hang on, what's that noise? It sounds kind of like a jackhammer, but it's moving real fast, and I think, oh my god, oh. Still don't have any movement. Last time out on the trail, this bad boy was making a bit of a racket.
Oh man, rattle mania.
If you hear a noise that's unusual, get off the bike. If it's coming from the rear end, generally the first thing you're going to do is grab the rear wheel and the frame and try and flex that rear wheel left and right, back and forth. If there's any flex there, then the first place to look would be in the pivot hardware, so the bearing bolts, and also the suspension hardware bolts themselves might cause a bit of a rattle. So I did that and it wasn't that, so I was a little bit bamboozled as to what it might be. But once I got it back to the lab here, I figured it out. I'll get a close-up of this, but I'll explain it first. So when I'm in the smallest cog in the cassette, that's where the derailleur is actually contacting the swing arm. So through the vibrations, whether the clutch is on or not, that's where the rattle's coming from. Alright, so as you can see, we've found our contact point. So what I'm pointing to there is the top of the jockey wheel cage, and that right there is obviously the back of the chainstay. So that's what's happening. Now I'll just grab that real quick, and if I push it back, you can see the space grow and close. What are you gonna do? So let's explore our options. Okay, so on the SLX, the B screw is a 2mm Allen key. So we're gonna grab that and we're going to go clockwise and we're gonna push it away. So as we go clockwise, it pushes it away from the swing arm. And as simple as that, there's your solution. I'll just run through the gears, make sure they change smoothly and make sure they can go to either extreme of the cassette. Back down again, just checking that we've got full range of motion. Oh, okay, she's not dropping. So I'm gonna just adjust the high limit screw, so I'll just back that off just a little bit. And you'll see that drop, you might have visually seen that. See what happens now. There it goes, it dropped in. All right, let's go back up. Yeah, mate, she's working really well now. I think I've solved my issue, and there's just one last thing to do. I think while we're looking at a chain is always put a chain checker on it, so that's what we're going to do next. You want to get it before it gets to 0.75, and this chain is indeed well within that 0.75 where there you can see there. Okay, so we're just going to go ahead and give this chain a quick clean since we got it here. It's not that dirty, so I'm just going to give it a quick clean. I'm just using a lint-free rag, and I'm just running the chain through my fingers. As you can see, it's doing a pretty good job of picking up some black stuff. The other thing too is grab your pick and definitely run it along the edge of the jockey wheels like this, and that'll scrape off a lot of the gunk that builds up on the jockey wheels. So that's probably the quickest way to get a nice clean. Once I've got a bit of a shine on the chain, then I'll go ahead and add some lube. At the moment I'm just running Pedro's Go.
It's a sledgehammer.
You got shocks, pegs, lucky. You got like 3 feet of air that time.
It's a pretty general purpose. Look, it's got a picture of a sun a picture of some storm clouds. I don't know. Seems like it's going to do everything. So whatever lube you have, I like to hold it out there and just try and get one drop on each link until I see a shiny link come back around, like a wet shiny link to tell me I've already been around once, which I have. At this point I'll probably just run it back through the gears again, all the way to the bottom, all the way back up, making sure that I have in fact tuned it well. Don't be afraid to slam through them, and then good, you throw it backwards. Of course, if I'm tuning a customer bike, I'm going to take this bike also for a test drive. So once it's run through all those gears, then I'm going to rub the excess off just the same way we did before. Just hold that rag between your hands, run it through, and there she goes. She's ready to shred. That's it.
क्या हुआ? Just chill. तेरे चिल का बिल बहुत हो गया. अभी तुम लोगों का नाटक बहुत हो गया. मैं सबको देखता हूँ. उस पागल को भी देखता हूँ. अभी क्या?